That's right, what looks like an ordinary 25-cent coin might actually be a hidden treasure. In today's video, we're diving deep into the top 3 most valuable state quarter dollars ever released. From rare minting errors to limited editions, these coins are turning heads in the collector world. So before you spend that quarter, watch closely, you might just have a jackpot in your hands. Today we're diving deep into one of the most shocking stories in modern coin collecting. The rare and mysterious 1999 Connecticut state quarter errors, coins so valuable, they've fetched thousands of dollars at auction. Some experts even speculate that the right specimen could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. Millions. The birth of the 1999 Connecticut quarter. Connecticut was the first of the 1999 issues, struck in Philadelphia, mint mark P, and released on January 4, 1999. Design inspiration. Obverse, front John Flanagan portrait of George Washington, used since 1932. Reverse, back the charter oak, a symbol of Connecticut's 1662 colonial charter and its protection from British annulment. Designed by Joe Mena. Mintage and distribution. Over 550 million struck at Philadelphia in business circulation. How to errors of 1999 Connecticut state quarter dollar, off-center strike. Value, 5 to 10% off-center, $300 to $600, 10 to 20% off-center, $600 to $1,200, 20-30% plus off-center, $1,200 to $2,000 plus. Double strike, value, light, partial doubling, $1,000 to $1,800. Strong, full doubling, $1,800 to $3,500. Clipped planchet, value, small clip, less than 5%, $200 to $400. Medium clip, 5 to 15%, $400 to $800. Large clip, greater than 15%, $800 to $1,200. Broad strike, value, minor spread, $150 to $300. Well-defined broad strike, $300 to $800. Auction sales. Let's break down some actual sales of Connecticut era quarters. Off-center Connecticut quarter, PCGS MS65, sold for $1,750. Double-struck Connecticut quarter, NGC MS64, sold for $2,300, 1999, Connecticut struck on nickel planchet, Annex 55 Australian dollars, sold for $7,200. Broad strike Connecticut quarter, raw condition, sold for $380 on eBay. Full brockage Connecticut quarter, PCGS MS63, estimated value, $5,000 to $8,000. These aren't myths. They're real sales, and real money. How to identify a valuable errors. Before you start checking your pocket change or grandma's coin jar, here's what to look for. Key visual clues. Check for off-center strikes, doubling, and edge abnormalities. Examine the weight, use a scale. Wrong planchets often have different weights than standard quarters, 5.67 g. Check the sound. Quarters struck on wrong metals may sound different when dropped on a surface. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect finer details. Today, we're diving deep into the thrilling world of the 2006 Nevada state quarter error, a coin born from a simple accident in the Denver Mint that transformed everyday pocket change into a multi-million-dollar legend. Stick with me to the very end, because by the time you hear the jaw-dropping auction records, you'll be on the edge of your seat, and you might just find yourself hunting for this golden ticket in your own change jar. Error varieties from the 2006 Nevada state quarter dollar, off-center strikes. Value, 5 to 10% off-center, $50 to $200, 10 to 20% off-center, $200 to $800, 20 to 30% off-center, $800 to $2,500, 30 to 40% off-center, $2,500 to $10,000. Broad strikes and misstrikes. Value, minor broad strike, $100 to $500. Major broad strike with design distortion, $500 to $5,000. Extreme broad strike, greater than 1 mm expansion, $5,000 to $50,000. Die breaks, cracks and cuts. Value, minor hairline crack across obverse, $10 to $50. Major crack radiating from mint mark, $50 to $300. Large cut on reverse rim, $300 to $1,200. Multiple cuts and feeder cracks, $1,200 to $5,000. Double die, value, light doubling on motto or date, $20 to $100. Clear doubling on state design or Washington portrait, $100 to $500. RPMs with 2 overlapping DS, $500 to $2,000. Extreme doubling plus RPM, $2,000 to $15,000. Auction sales record. Let's journey through some jaw-dropping auction results that turn numismatists' heads. 2018 Heritage Auction. A 52% off-center 2006 D Nevada quarter commanded $325,000, breaking the record for modern off-center quarters and igniting frenzied bidding wars online. 2020 Stax Bowers Auction. An extreme broad strike specimen, over 2.5 mm larger than standard and displaying warping across the tortoise's shell, fetched $42,500. 2022 Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, Showcase, a specimen with a massive D RPM, the mint mark punched 3 distinct times, sold for $12,800. 2023 Private Sale, a coin with dual die cracks teetering across both obverse and reverse, creating an artful lightning bolt pattern, reportedly exchanged hands for $7,500. 2024 eBay Rarity, a 45% off-center Nevada quarter with reverse upside-down error, inverted off-center, sold to a private collector for $210,000. We're diving into one of the most elusive and electrifying treasures in numismatics, the 2002 D Ohio State quarter with ultra-rare minting errors. This is not your average 25-cent piece. Some of these flawed coins have fetched upwards of 5 and even 6 figures at auction, and a few expert collectors believe million-dollar specimens may still be hiding in circulation. How to errors and value 2002 D Ohio State quarter dollar, double die obverse DDR, value, is almost equal to $1,450 for an MS66 example. Double struck error, value, is almost equal to $900 for an XF grade coin, off-center strike. Value, is almost equal to $500 to $1,500 plus depending on degree of offset and grad, clipped planchet. Value, is almost equal to $300 for an AU grade. Auction prices. Here are actual auction prices for rare 2002 D Ohio quarter errors, double die reverse, DDR, in MS67, sold for $2,300 on Heritage Auctions. Off-center strike 60%, visible date/mint sold for $3,750. Wrong planchet, foreign metals sold privately for $8,000 plus. Missing clad layer, obverse side sold for $2,100 on Great Collections. Massive die break, cut error, MS66 sold for $1,250. Some numismatists speculate that unreported 2002 D quarters with multiple error types, like a double die and off-center strike on a wrong planchet, could be valued at $100,000 or more. And if one such coin surfaces with immaculate grading and media attention, $1 million hammer price is not off the table. How to identify these rare errors? Want to hunt for these errors yourself? Here's what to do. Tools you'll need: a 5-10x magnification loupe, a digital scale to weigh the coin, access to PCGS or NGC population reports, a good lighting source for visual inspection. What to look for: doubling on letters like Ohio, E pluribus unum, or the year 1803. A thin or missing color appearance, possibly indicating a missing clad layer. An oddly shaped quarter, often thinner or thicker, may indicate a wrong planchet. Misalignment, off-center rings, or blank areas. Raised blobs or broken rims, which point to die breaks.